friends, welcome to another Sunnyside Design video. We have a fun transformation to show you today that's very budget friendly.
We're gonna, for less than $10, using some bulletin board paper, we're gonna transform my bookcases and kind of give them a little bit of an update.
Yep, and we'll show you how easy it is.
Let's begin by taking a look at my built-in bookcases. Now they were in fine shape, they're just painted white, but I wanted to add a little bit of something to them. In fact, I've been dreaming and thinking about this for quite a while. I've thought of adding shiplap to the back, I've thought about pallet wood, I've thought of different wallpapers. I just wanted to add a little something to give them a little bit of depth and dimension. And what's held me back is the thought that I might change my mind later on, and I didn't want to do something that was fairly permanent that would be difficult to change. And so my solution was using butcher paper or bulletin board paper. I knew that it could look really interesting back there because it comes in so many interesting patterns now, but it's also not permanent. And so I'm going to show you how I put it up there using painter's tape. The supplies I used for this project are some printed bulletin board paper, a craft knife or scissors, a painter's tape, and then you'll need a large ruler or a yardstick, something as a straight edge, and then to measure out your paper. Now, I found my bulletin board paper that has this brick pattern on it, and I found it at Michael's. It's over kind of in the children's section where they have crayons and art supplies for kids. I've also seen it at Hobby Lobby, school supply stores carry it. So look around and look at these fun and different patterns. I've seen it as pallet wood, as shiplap, as brick, as a wood veneer. So there's lots of choices out there for using bulletin board paper. The first thing you will need to do is to measure the back of the bookshelves or the cabinet that you would like to cover. So I've measured out the back of each of my shelves, and then I transfer that mark onto the back side of my butcher paper. And then I've measured the width of each shelf and then also the height. In my opinion, the easiest way to cut this paper would be with a craft knife or a utility knife. However, when I pulled out my knife, it was rather dull and it was just tearing the paper instead of cutting it. So I just grabbed some scissors and cut along my pencil marks, marking the dimensions of the back of my bookshelves. And that worked fine as well. I just thought a craft knife would be an easier way to accomplish this. Next, you'll want to dry fit your pieces and make sure that you've got them cut to the proper fit for your particular back of your bookshelves or your cabinet. I kind of learned this the hard way on one of my pieces that I did. It wasn't cut quite right, and I had already put the tape on it and went to stick it on, and it wasn't right, and I tried to pull it off and I ripped the paper, so I had to just start over and do another one. So take the time to dry fit and make sure that it's going to fit perfectly in your spot. I found that painter's tape was the perfect solution for sticking up my paper to the back of my bookcases. It adheres well to the painted surface, and yet I know that it's not going to damage my painted surface either. I tried a couple of different methods. I've tried putting it first on the back of the tape on the back of the bookcases and then sticking my paper to that, and I found that it was actually easier to put the tape directly on the back of the paper. And I spaced my tape out about every 6 inches all across the top, down the sides, and the bottom. And one other thing to note, that I tried a couple of different types of painter's tape. I had some of the blue painter's tape and then my green frog tape. And I noticed one of the very first sections I put up that I had used the blue painter's tape was pulling down in a couple of spots. It didn't stick as well. So I ended up pulling off those edges and removing the tape and adding the green frog tape. And that seemed to hold a little bit better. And now that it's been up for a week or so, it's perfectly fine. So I don't anticipate to have any problems with it coming down or falling down. So I did find that the frog tape worked better for me. Now it's time to position the paper in the back of the bookshelf. I worked from the top down, and so I centered it on the back of the bookshelf there, and then worked my way. I would put my hands in the center to press the tape in the center, and then work my way across, smoothing it from the center to the sides. And then I would move my hands down a little bit, and once again move my hands from the center to the sides, making sure that it was nice and smooth and I didn't have any wrinkles or buckles in my paper, and that it was adhered along the sides, the top, and the bottom. I now feel that my shelves are so much more interesting and they have a little depth and dimension to them, and it kind of makes my little home decor that's sitting on my shelves pop out a little bit more, and it just is really fun. I am so glad that I did this little project and that it was so inexpensive, less than $10. I was able to get my butcher paper on sale, but it's only like $10 a roll anyway. So, even if you have to pay full price, it's not a big investment for a lot of gain on your return here. Are you starting to think of ideas and places that you could use a little bit of this bulletin board paper in your home? I know that my brain is already starting to spin and thinking of different places that I could incorporate this into my home where it would work. Please let us know if this little DIY project for your home is something that you'd like to try. Clearly it's not expensive, but it does add a lot of interest to your home. Please share with us in our comment section if you try it, if you've got questions, or you've got some other ideas for using bulletin board paper. We'd love to hear from you.
Isn't this so fun? I think it looks so awesome.
I am so happy with it, and you know that it cost me $8 in bulletin board paper. And I'll have to tell you that I was sitting in the chair, and this was in the background behind me, and last night, and my son FaceTimed me, and he could see behind me, and he's like, "Did you tile the back of your bookcases?"
He was feeling a little envious.
He was, because he really wants to do that brick tile on a backsplash in his kitchen, but it was really expensive. And I said, "Oh no, it's a little secret." So I took the camera up close and showed him that it was really just paper, and he's like, "No way."
And the best part is, if she ever tires of it, she can just take it out.
I can, and you know what? I will tire it eventually. I know me.
We
I change my
lot.
mind a lot, and so it'll be okay. I only spent $8, and I can enjoy it right now, and it was quick and easy, so I am thrilled about it. Anyway, so if you liked this little tutorial, little video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. We have lots of more DIY projects for you that are always budget friendly. We never do anything expensive, do we?
No, we don't.
No. Okay.
We like high-end looks, but we figure a way to make it
We've
work.
got to make it cheap. So anyway, so you'll find information where I got my paper in the description, and then you'll find links to our social media, and then follow us on Pinterest, Pinterest. Yeah, Pinterest is good too. Yeah. I was going to say Instagram. You'll be able to get a sneak peek at what we're working on before the video comes out and before it's on our blog. And take a look at our blog too, because there's more posts on there than we do videos for. So as always here at Sunnyside Design, we hope to bring your home to the sunny side of the street.